Thank you and welcome. I'm the Managing Director for the Danish Two-Wheel Retailers Association. In Denmark we have approximately 600 independent bicycle dealers. They employ about 2,200 people and have a total turnover for 2.2 billion Danish crowns. The total sale of new bicycles in 2009 was 520,000 units. That's quite a lot, taken in consideration that the Danish retailers suffered from the financial crisis just like the rest of the world. In fact, in Denmark, the bicycle dealers had an increase in the turnover for 3% in 2009 compared to 2008. And 2008 was a fantastic year for the bicycle business. The independent bicycle dealers have a market share of 63%, which leaves the mass merchandisers a market share of 37%. In total, there are about 4.4 million bicycles in Denmark belonging to persons over 15 years of age. The population in Denmark is roughly 5 million. So if you add the children bikes to the 4.4 million bikes, then you have one bike per inhabitant, so to speak. In this country we also have a specific education for bicycle mechanics. The training takes place in 3 technical schools, which in total educate about 80 bicycle mechanics every year. The education takes 3 years and 3 months. If you compare it to a car mechanic, it takes 3 years and 9 months, so it's almost the same. In total, the trainees spend 40 weeks on the technical school, and the rest of the time consists of practical experience at the bicycle dealer. For your information, it's possible to take practical experience outside Denmark. So if you want to go to the school in Denmark, then you can have the practical experience back home in your country. In Denmark, it is mandatory that all bikes are marked with a frame number. So each bike and owner of the bike can be identified. The frame number consists of a letter code telling the supplier of the bicycle, and individual numbers of 5 to 8 figures, and then a letter code telling which year the bicycle was produced. That's important if the bicycle gets stolen, that you can see how old is this bike. So the indemnity from the insurance company will be on the right level. The frame number system is one thing among others to prevent bicycle theft. But I have to tell you, I'm sorry to say it, but 75 bikes are reported stolen each year in Denmark. It's quite a large number, but it's below 2% of the total number of bicycles existing in Denmark, so it's not so bad at all. The police have a database over all reported stolen bicycles. In that way, it's possible to find the owner of a bicycle through the frame number system. If you have the bike stolen, it's important you have an insurance-approved lock on your bike. That's the condition the insurance company will take if you want to have an indemnity. The insurance-approved locks has been carefully tested by the Danish Institute for Informative Labeling. It's in Denmark called varefakta. Translated into English, it will be factor of the goods. When buying an insurance-approved lock, you will receive a special certificate with the number of the lock and the frame number of the bicycle. In Denmark, if you have been in Copenhagen to see all the bikes going around in Copenhagen, you will see lots of people using a bicycle helmet. But it's not mandatory in Denmark to use a bicycle helmet. But it has become fashion to wear it. And if you make things fashionable, they will use it. Also, we say to them, it's a very easy normally to repair a broken leg, but to repair a broken head is very difficult. So please wear the helmet. So they do so. In fact, 72% of the children over 9 years old are wearing helmet. 44% of the children in the age between 10 and 12 are using helmets. 13% of the teenage school children use helmets. 16% of grown-ups use helmets. And 14% of people over the age of 60 use bicycle helmets. I can also tell you that we in the bicycle business are very happy about this development, because it's important for us that the bicycle users are using helmets because of their health, of course, but also because it's a good business, to say it frankly. For the last 6 years, the number of sold bicycle helmets has increased by 25 to 30% each year. So we are selling a lots of helmets. So that's nice.
It's more of a marketing thing than, because the safety record of Denmark is pretty good, right?
Yes.
There are few accidents, so it's not like there's a really big issue with cyclists' safety to be promoting helmets. Helmets are being promoted by the people who make them and the people who sell them.
No, it's the government and the Danish Cyclist Federation, and we are promoting helmet because of the health, because of the injury you can have if you're not wearing a helmet.
Is there statistics that say that this is a real public health problem?
No, but I'm quite sure if you're not wearing a helmet and you are falling with your bicycle, the accidents will be much more severe than if you are wearing a helmet. That's a fact.
No, not necessarily.
Beg your pardon?
But if people are not really wearing helmets, I see a decrease in the use of helmets from the children all the way until older people, and it's like declining.
Yes.
Do you have any idea why? Is it because with children the parents make the kids use it?
Yeah.
And as they grow older, they become more independent, and then they just do what they want.
They want to do. You are right, and you had a good point there. But this is the figures from 2008. The figures from 2009 is not finished, but we know that this figure for 16% of grown-ups are increasing heavily. And it's increasing because it has become fashion to wear a helmet. And because the helmet has been made more fashion about it. You can wear a helmet who looks like Sherlock Holmes hat or whatever. But
isn't, I'm aware, like that brand Yakai?
Yes, Yakai helmet.
But,
you know it?
When they test helmets, they test it to be, as round as possible.
Smooth.
Putting a helmet on it, cover, a hat on it, doesn't negate the effect of the helmet. When they are tested, for conformity, are they tested with or without that cover?
With.
With the cover.
And without. Both.
Okay, so.
And they have to have the approval, the CE approval in Europe, because EN 1078. Every helmet sold in Denmark, it's mandatory. It has to have the test. It's not legal to wear a helmet.
I didn't know if they tested it with those.
They
don't test it for rotational brain injury though.
Yes, I know, but even with, the test is like a